Astondoa Top Deck 63 was one of the big surprises of the Cannes Boat Show. It completely rewrites the rules about how a boat of this size should work. Instead of having all the accommodation below decks and just a small, fairly basic flybridge up top, it has a single massive deck with all the space outside and only fairly modest accommodation below decks. This is the top deck itself, which, as you can see, has plenty going on all the way from right up at the bow all the way back to the stern. At the forward end, there's this nice little seating area where you can sit and enjoy the view underway, as well as these three big sun pads right behind it. The helm itself almost feels like a bit of an afterthought, being tucked away behind the screen. But the real neat trick are these folding side sections, which open up on both sides of the boat to massively increase the outside deck space. Further aft, there's a dedicated bar area with these stylish bar stools and a fully equipped cocktail cabinet. And right at the back end, there's this fabulous glass-walled hot tub where you can bubble away looking out at the view over the stern. The main eating area is in the middle of the boat, with two comfortable leather sofas down both sides and a large expanding table that enjoys fabulous views out over those folding side sections. Forward of this is that helm area I spoke about earlier, with everything you need to control the boat, but somehow it isn't the focus like it might be on a flybridge boat. Down below, instead of a conventional saloon and galley, there's this media room, with plenty of seating and more scatter cushions than you can shake a stick at, in front of a large screen, where you can watch your movies, listen to music, or simply spend some time if ever the weather does turn. The galley area is directly behind this, with a breakfast bar and a few stools so you can eat inside if you need to, and all the cooking facilities that you need to serve food up to the top deck. A short corridor leads from here into the main accommodation section of the boat. But once again, this isn't really the focus of what it was designed for. It was built as a day boat, and the two cabins are there simply so that you've got somewhere to stay the night if you want to. On the port side is a small but perfectly comfortable twin cabin, with its own window through the hull, and on the starboard side, a larger double. The fit and finish of both these cabins is quite simple, but those big hull windows ensure that they're very light, and they certainly seem like a perfectly nice place to spend a night or two, if not perhaps an extended cruise. There's ensuite access from here into the solitary bathroom, and it's a really good sized one, with plenty of space all around and particularly in the shower, so that it can be used by guests who are staying on the boat, as well as those who are just there to enjoy it during the day. There's plenty of nice detailing too, with a good quality Corian sink, teak grating in the shower, storage under the basin, and plenty of space around the toilet as well. And here's another view of that twin cabin, which as you can see has two fairly narrow single beds, but again it should be comfortable enough for children or a couple of guests if needed. But the big surprise is what happens at the stern of the boat. This is a tender garage, but it's not really a garage at all. It's more a kind of beach club by the sea. There's even room for a couple of crew berths tucked into one of the cupboards, as well as two separate day heads, so you never really have to come into the boat at all. Obviously there's room for a big tender, and at the stern there's a shower and this funky bathing platform that cantilevers down into the sea.